Okay, it's a nightmare right now. So if you want to start the talk, I can talk, and the meanwhile I can translate and try to
Sure,
solve the problems. Don't
sure.
worry. Es because of Bitdefender. Si quieres empezar, Mike, no hay problema, ¿vale? Es mi cámara tiene un... Se ve que el antivirus lo ha detectado como que no es seguro, y sí lo es. Sí, me pasa alguna vez.
Oki oki.
Ok, ok.
Yeah.
Puedo ir traduciendo mientras tanto. He used his program, so it will be a little bit slow at first, but then it's like you can answer with really long answer. I
Okay,
try to
cool.
translate it, so I'm I'm going to take notes.
Okay, okay, cool. And
Yeah,
I won't be as long-winded as I usually am because sometimes I tend to ramble. So I'll make sure that my answers are a lot more concise.
yeah. It would be a turn like you talk, then I translate, then you talk, then I translate, and something like that.
Sure,
And
sure.
meanwhile, he prepares all the questions.
Okay, sounds
So that
good.
would be okay.
Hola, buenas. ¿Qué tal?
Hello, how are you?
Bienvenidos al podcast de la accesibilidad y videojuegos. Un
Welcome to
espacio
Accessibility
en
Podcast.
el cual no hay miedo de ser uno mismo. Hoy es un
Okay.
programa que, bueno, tiene mucho valor personal. Una persona con diversidad funcional normalmente no se da la suficiente voz para demostrar lo que puede hacer en Internet. Hoy tengo el placer de hablar que, desde 2018, querría charlar sobre el Xbox Adaptive Controller y más.
Okay. He is a little presentation about the program. He talks that people with the disabilities doesn't doesn't have enough value for other people. He's how is it? He's proud to say that he works a lot. He's really happy to have this job talking on internet and talking with you about the Xbox thing, because I don't know much about the Xbox, but he's really happy to talk with you about the Xbox accessibility programs and all those
Right.
things. So
También me acompaña Kumari, mejor conocida como Kumari,
ah
en la
ah ah.
plataforma de las uvas. Lo siento, no he podido evitarlo.
Okay. Now he's introducing me. My name is Kumai. Okay. You can see my face right now, but I try. And he
These the
said that
boxes.
yes, yes. I am a little ghost that translate everything. And he said a little joke that we had there on another platform. You know, Twitch, on those kinds of things. Yeah, but I'm there with another people, so he made a joke from the other community. They said, "Sorry, I can't, I can't help saying it." Okay,
That's funny.
you're the Joker. Okay, okay. Do you have any otra pregunta tienes, Mike? ¿Tienes alguna preguntita para él? Ah,
Esta cuestión la hago
mm,
hace siglos, pero para las familias que no entienden esta nueva forma de trabajar,
mm.
algunas personas piensan que, por ejemplo, Twitch no es un trabajo. ¿Piensas igual? ¿O nos centramos en el estudio? Este trabajo. Sí. Es un maldito trabajo. Van a hacer 10 años. Han dado frutos gracias a la gallega favorita.
Okay. So he's asking because usually people think that Twitch is not an actually job. So he wants to ask you if you believe that Twitch and all the things about platforms like Kick or I don't know YouTube, it's a job and a job for people that is disabled or had any disabilities.
I would say yes, 100% that it is a job. Um, especially if you are creating content. There's three categories that I feel that create the
Mm-hmm.
content is either entertainment, um, or education. Those are
Mm-hmm.
usually the other two. Or, you know, for gaming purposes, it's somebody who's really good, like a pro gamer, you know, like sports.
Yes.
And so I see it as a job, and I see it as a really good job that people who have disabilities that really can't get out into the world, they can use this as a way to have a career.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to translate it.
Sure.
Okay. Dice que sí, que 100% lo considera un trabajo, especialmente para aquellos que son creadores de contenido, que son personas creativas, que lo diferencia en tres categorías: el entretenimiento, la educación y el mundo gaming y todas estas cositas. De entre ellos lo considera que es un gran trabajo y sobre todo para las personas con discapacidad, porque les permite eso, tener un trabajo y tal y ser creativos al fin y al cabo. So I translate everything. You want to say something more?
um, let's see. I yes, I do. I would say that it's part of, you know, a bigger, I guess, brand, business brand,
Oh,
is
yes.
that, you know, that's one of the pieces of content that somebody can use to have a career. But then, you know, it also, you know, I guess it helps people understand. Geez, I forgot what I was gonna actually say. but,
We were
but
talking
yeah,
we were
yeah,
talking
no.
about having a job on those platforms, Twitch, Kick, and all those things. So for you,
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. You say that it's
So
hard to have like a brand or like a something that
yeah,
say
I
that
think
identify
it
you.
involves with that. I think it really does. Um, that's part of it's part of the brand, the whole branding process, because you know you want to promote yourself, and then if you want people to be able to identify with you, um,
Hmm.
you know, that's you have to find ways to actually get, you know, more personable, whether it's like making videos, you know, for your
Yes.
audience, or if it's like being live like we're doing here.
Mm. Dice que es una cosa que además es duro, que es difícil crearse lo que es una marca personal, una marca de negocio y que es parte además del trabajo hacer esa publicidad y llegar hasta los demás, llegar a darte a conocer y no solo es el hecho de hacer unos vídeos sin más. Ok, I think he agrees. He said yes with the face.
¿Cómo te definirías?
Connected.
Um, he said he asked how do you define yourself? I think that it's something in a job purpose or something like that, but it could be some general
Ooh, I think our connection is
question.
bad, or at least my connection is bad.
Oh,
Let me pop back in and see if this
okay.
works.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just take your time. Dice que su conexión está un poco mal, por eso. Que está intentando volver también. Es que es duro hablar en Discord. A mí mi cámara me está haciendo. Me está chuleando, ¿sabes?
There we go. Okay, sorry about
Okay.
that. It
Don't
was
worry.
on Discord. It's I don't know what it is. Could you repeat the question?
Oh yes, he asked, "How do you identify? Oh, identify? No. How do you define yourself?" I think it's a little bit general, but
Sure.
I don't know if it's about job or something like that. Porque Mike pregunta sobre todo por su trabajo o por su vida personal. Dime tú, más o menos, mientras voy respondiendo. I asked him if he can um, say more about the question because it's a little bit general.
Sure.
I define myself as a furry or something like that. No, it's not like that, but I love them. Okay.
A bard. That's what I
Oh,
would say. If I were to pick at least a D&D class, I would be a bard.
a bard. I
Yes.
love them.
I would play all the music and everything.
I would be the barbarian, the little
Yes.
barbarian.
Oh,
with
the barbarian.
Yes, like with the glove
de
everywhere.
trabajar.
Okay, he said about jobs. How do you define yourself in a job purpose?
Sure. Well, I identify myself as an advocate for people with spinal cord injuries specifically. I am an advocate and consultant for bringing accessibility and inclusive design into video games, whether it's hardware or software. And I would also consider myself a peer mentor to those with disabilities in general. Um,
Hmm?
and yeah, that's really the big thing. And I happen to create content. I happen to live stream and then also make starting YouTube videos and TikTok and all the other content out there.
Wow, that's amazing. Dice que sobre todo se encuentra con una persona que lo que es ayuda en lo que es dentro de la trayectoria de la accesibilidad. Trae consigo el hardware y el software y se considera sobre todo un mentor en la parte de la accesibilidad para todo. Y que el resultado que ha dado con ser un creador de contenido, de crear cuestiones de TikTok, de live stream, o sea, los streaming en directo y tal. Así que ha tenido, digamos, esa suerte de poder hacerlo todo. Por lo que se ve, está muy contento de ser mentor en relación a la accesibilidad. Are you happy too?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to put my camera in another place. Okay. Turn off this. Yeah.
¿Cuál fue la primera impresión al ver una persona con discapacidad? ¿O la primera experiencia con una? ¿Cuál fue la
Okay.
primera impresión al ver una persona con
Don't worry.
discapacidad? ¿O la primera experiencia con una?
He says, how was your experience, your first experience, when you watch someone with disabilities, someone disabled? And how was the experience about that?
Well, at first, didn't know if there was anybody else that had a spinal cord injury like me as a quadriplegic or what other people call tetraplegic. Um, I went online and I was just looking for somebody that was playing Call of Duty or something. And when I finally saw just a small video and it was, a grainy, really low quality resolution video, but I could see generally on this person that they were able to play video games and play games like Call of Duty. And it filled me up with joy and it gave me this it ignited a fire in me to figure out how am I gonna play, and then which then turned into how am I gonna get others to play.
Okay. So, básicamente dice que creo que ha dicho que era, hablando de una persona tetrapléjica, que estaba buscando vídeos alrededor de lo mismo y que se encontró con que la persona... ¡Ah, estoy aquí! ¡Hola! Vale, que se encontró con que la persona podía jugar tranquilamente online y estaba jugando un juego como era tan difícil como el Call of Duty. O sea que impresionante. Y claro, eso le hizo pensar, ¿cómo es esta persona capaz de jugar a este juego con todas las cosas? Y le hizo buscar y buscar cómo jugar y cómo poder ayudar a otros a jugar a esta clase de cosas. Así que fíjate. Uy, vaya, ahora, ahora.
Hey.
Better. Oh my God.
Nice hat.
Yes, it's from The Last of Us. I loved it.
Yes. That's a really accessible game too.
Yes, I loved that. They made the accessibility options in the part 2 and then they put it in the remake. It was
Yes.
great.
That's why I'm okay with companies remaking these classic games.
Me too.
Because there's a chance for them not to only make the game look better, but be able to bring more players in to actually play the game
Yes, it's a
and
question
experience
of
the story.
yes, old games that came back, and people that are younger can go and play it and can feel the things that we felt when we were a child or something like that. It's incredible. So, and translations and things like I don't know,
That's true.
the the lyrics or something like that are great too for people. I don't know. I think that translation is a kind of accessibility, but
Hmm.
people doesn't know
Me
it.
pasó lo mismo contigo.
Oh, he said that he had the same experience with you about
Ah.
the accessibility
Oh,
and
really?
discovering things like, oh my God, how is he doing this?
That's awesome.
Increíble. Mike is a huge fan.
Oh, that's great. And I never thought that it would actually go, international in a sense like this. Just being able to work with big companies and then, try to basically spread the mission, the message that
Hmm.
there are all kinds of gamers like us,
Hmm.
and we deserve to play games, and well, let's make a mission to do that.
Yes. Dice que nunca pensó en que se volvería tan internacional y que es genial el hecho de trabajar con grandes compañías y hacer que todo tipo de gamers, todos los que estemos, podemos jugar tranquilamente. So incredible. I loved it. No, I really loved it. I'm teacher. Okay. Out of
Awesome.
internet, I'm teacher for disabled kids.
Oh,
So
that's
for me,
great.
yeah, for me it's important too. It's really important.
Was Mike, were you were you one of her students?
No, Mike, no.
No? Oh,
Mike's
okay, just friends.
is too old. It's just my friend. No, I'm just a teacher for little kids for primary school.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he's I don't know. He did high school.
Mm.
Yes, Mike did high school. He passed everything, so it was great. But he did it in another place. I think he lives in Madrid, and I live in Andalusia.
Oh,
In
wow.
Andalusia, yes, we
How
are
how
far
far is that
away.
from y'all?
Uh,
Or from each other, from you two? Very
um,
far?
really far. I take like 6 hours by
Oh,
car.
wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. And by bus, like 10 hours or something like that.
Okay.
I traveled last week and I was like 10 hours with my family going to Madrid. So
Uh,
it's far, really far. But it's okay. We're internet friends.
that's awesome.
Yes, yes. Tiene ahí la preguntita,
¿Cuál
Mike.
fue la primera experiencia con el Xbox Adaptive Controller?
Hmm. Sorry, I'm going to take notes about the thing, the Xbox thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and he wants to ask, who, which was your first sorry, which was your first experience with the Xbox adaptive controller? Sorry, I don't know exactly the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's actually there's this one right here.
Ah, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and then also this one right here.
Oh
This is the
God.
Xbox adaptive controller, but this part right here is this one's custom color. I got it dipped. I had somebody contacted me and said, "Hey, I want to, custom paint your controller." I dip it in paint, and so
Oh,
he made one that's purple on here.
can we know the name of that person?
Yeah, his
We
his,
can
his
do a
name is
spam.
Hydrew. His name is
Hi.
Hydrew. I have him. He streams on Facebook a little bit and on Twitch.
Mm,
I gave you the contact information. I don't have it like currently with me, but
okay.
definitely like in the chat we'll bring that information up. But yeah, Hydrew Customs. He's very small. He was just starting out at the time, and
Mm,
yeah, that so. But my first experience with the controller was at Xbox headquarters. So
mm.
I was with an organization, and their organization's name is Warfighter Engaged. It's a organization for veterans who are disabled and want to get assistive technology, but they, leaned a lot more into video games. Getting vets to play video games like myself.
Yeah.
And I connected with Warfighter Engage, and we went over to the Microsoft headquarters, and I saw like one of the first prototypes of the Xbox Adaptive Controller before it was even called that. It was
Oh,
called Project Zephyr.
wow. That's
Yes.
great. That's amazing.
Yeah. Did you want to translate? I have more to talk about
No,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
I'm going
but
to translate this little thing.
sure.
Lo primero que dice es que tiene un Xbox Adaptive Controller customizado por un tal Hydrew, ¿vale? Que nos dará los contactos y tal, por si hay alguien en el chat o alguien de tu comunidad y tal, Mike, que quiera eso mismo. Mira, Mike, he smiles. He's like, oh my God, I want that customized one. Dice que su primera experiencia fue en los cuarteles generales, vamos a decir, de Xbox, dentro de lo que son las altas esferas, que había un grupo que se llama Warfighter in Games, si no traducido mal, y querían, en la parte de accesibilidad, que era dedicado a esto mismo, querían crear una tecnología de asistencia para las personas con discapacidad. Así que digamos que él tuvo, he put the thing, he put the link on your,
In the
here.
Discord chat, I could
Yeah,
put it
that.
in your kick chat.
Yes, put it.
I got you.
I'm not on Kick right now, but I'm going to stay
Boom.
there.
I think it's
Em,
on there now.
y dice que en sus manos tuvo el primer prototipo de este controller, de estos mandos accesibles. Así que digamos que ayudó en esto mismo y está muy orgulloso de ello, está claro. Aquí. So, you want to say more about this? Because this story is like, oh, great.
Yeah, I can't put any links. That's what I forgot. But I put it on there so you guys can use it. Um
Ujú.
so it wasn't even it was called Project Zephyr or Zephyrus, and it didn't have a name to the controller. And this controller actually went through one more process before it went out to prototype to get other people to use it and test it out, and try and see what they need to make it, but it was close to the final product as much as possible at the time.
Mm.
I worked with Craig Hospital out in Denver, Colorado, and they had one of the first adaptive gaming programs that involved the Xbox adaptive controller. And
Oh,
I was, involved with the program, and I was a volunteer for as long as so from basically when they started with the Xbox. They had a program before, and adaptive gaming before this controller was was pretty interesting because you had to have people kind of make custom one of one controllers by breaking other controllers and then putting them together to make something for us.
Ujú. So, to translate, dice que en un principio no tenía nombre, no se llamaba ni procesos éfores ni nada de eso, no tenía nada de nombre y que el mando en sí tenía que pasar por varios controles y tal antes de determinarse cuando él lo tenía en sus manos y tal. Y si no he oído mal, ¿vale? Hay una persona, un encargado principal de todo esto que estaba en el hospital en Colorado y que estuvo muy implicado en un tal Craig, si no he oído mal. Estuvo muy implicado en el programa desde el principio, haciéndolo todo para poder crear esta clase de mandos adaptativos y de manera altruista, si no he entendido mal, y que la idea era poder customizar un mando, crear algo más genérico sin tener que customizar mandos uno por uno, básicamente rompiendo un mando para crear otro en sí. So if you want to continue, say something more.
Oh, I'm trying to think of like I also so with Xbox at least, I helped them with the packaging. They
Mm,
wanted to get feedback on, if we were to get this controller, how would somebody with no hand function open this box by themselves or at least with the least amount of assistance? And so they um, actually, Microsoft made all of their products more accessible and a lot easier to open just because of the Xbox Adaptive Controller. It's the team, the inclusive tech lab or accessibility team over at Microsoft really helped champion accessibility and may were able to make all these changes that we as customers are able to see, and it makes a life a lot easier.
yeah, that's great. I didn't know about that. Dice que básicamente, incluso le preguntaron por lo que es el packaging en sí, el empaquetaje de los productos de Xbox, que al fin y al cabo cómo hacían que se supiese que esto tenía una función para las manos y tal, y que a partir de ciertos proyectos como este, que además de que Xbox es la líder en accesibilidad y que ha puesto las pilas a la industria básicamente, dice que hicieron cajas más fáciles de abrir, a raíz de este mismo proyecto de accesibilidad y de otros tantos más. Y todo lo mismo, lo han vuelto a eso, cómo llegar a los jugadores para que sea más accesible. Así que, digamos, se han puesto a ello.
Lo tengo detrás el mío.
He said that he had his own controller behind of him. I can see it right now, but I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, I see a little bit of it. Yes.
Yeah,
Is
there, he's pointing it.
is
Dice,
it a special controller or is it the Xbox Adaptive Controller?
te pregunta si es el especial o el adaptative. Okay. Mysterious right now.
I like seeing everybody's setups. That's why everybody has a very unique setup because it works, you know, just for you. And
Yeah.
while, you know, a setup might work, it'll, work for somebody else or if it might not, but at least it's good to see what kind of like things that we're coming up with, and maybe
Mhm.
one part of a setup would work something for me, you know.
Yeah. And it's really interesting in Mike process because he has a special chair. He did a lot of things there. He made a lot of efforts there. It's not like me. I have a hat. I have a mic here and a headphones, and that's all.
Hmm.
It's enough. I cover my identity. I'm
Oh
like
yeah, just a little
Superman.
bit.
But Mike, it's a really difficult one. He elaborated a lot. Estamos hablando
Yeah,
de
I like it.
que cada uno tiene un setup muy interesante y que le encanta ver los setups de todo el mundo porque reflejan lo que es la funcionalidad del mismo. Que a lo mejor él tiene una cosa y le sirve específicamente para él, para su setup. y que estoy diciendo básicamente que el tuyo tiene una silla muy elaborada, con muchas cosas, pero que te permite hacer un montón de cositas en directo. Que lo mío es muy fácil, una gorra, unos cascos y un micro y se acabó, pero lo tuyo sí que tiene cosas. Completely different, every setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely different. I have my own room. It's like everything is in a great disorder right now.
No, same here. Same here. As you can see, I still have boxes and totes and everything. I'm just waiting for other things before I actually start, putting up my decorations. I had some other stuff
Oh.
because, I moved from Colorado to Florida. So I sold my house. So I'm just
Mm.
waiting to close on my house and do everything there before I kind of just start moving in over here, technically.
Oh. But you came just yesterday or something like that?
No,
Do you
just and
say?
honestly,
Es
I've been here for
normal.
like a couple months.
Okay. He said that it's completely normal about the things of your setup and his setup.
I
He
think
said
it
that.
what's Oh, go ahead.
No, don't worry. Talk.
Oh, okay. What's really nice about the different setups, like I don't know if what you're talking about, Mike, is that it's pretty intuitive to each of us.
Hmm.
You know, like it we try, at least when I was doing therapy with patients, to have like some type of default setup and
Hmm.
go from there. Use it as a building block. And I think at least when we talk about the Xbox adaptive controller, I feel like it's a good building block to see what a patient, would need um, in order to play video games.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to write everything.
No, sure,
That's why
sure.
I'm in silence. Em, Dice básicamente que algo que le gusta mucho son los setups, lo ha comentado bastante, y que considera que es algo muy intuitivo para cada uno de nosotros. De hecho, dice que es algo que tratan en lo que son las terapias y que lo compara con los bloques de construcción, esos pequeños bloques con los que vas construyendo cositas y tal. Dice que de hecho lo que es el mando de Xbox, este del que estamos hablando tranquilamente, es como, para él lo ve como un gran bloque de construcción que es una pieza más para ayudar a estas personas que tienen discapacidad de algún tipo y así adaptarse a cada uno de ellos. Entonces, es eso, es dar un poco con la tecla.
Oki oki.
You love this. Te encanta. Venga,
Yeah,
¿tienes
no, I'm
alguna
glad that
preguntilla
we're
más?
able to have this conversation, and then hopefully educate more people on
Mm.
why accessibility in gaming is so important. Um, and yeah, I'm here to answer all the questions that you have, Mike.
Dice que está muy contento de tener esta conversación y que le encanta el hecho de concienciar a la gente de por qué la accesibilidad en los videojuegos es genial y que está aquí para contestar a todas tus preguntas. Está muy contento. Mm, I think the same as you. I think exactly the same as you. Accessibility is a really upgrade from, the video games world. So it's great to have it. When I saw it, because I'm a The Last of Us fan, I'm a massive fan. And when I saw it in, yes, you know it, ya lo sabes. When I was in The Last of Us Part 2, I didn't realize how much important it was accessibility until, The Last of Us Part 2 came to me. I w- I couldn't see it. Even if I was a teacher, I couldn't see it. Then I saw it and it was like, oh my God, yes, this is important. This is actually important. And people went there and they spend their time playing, and it was great because we could share every experience. We could share the story, the things about the game. It was great.
a really rich story, that anybody can experience through these options that just provide access to just being able to play through the game and be in the story, at the same time. It doesn't take
Yeah,
away from being in the game. That's the thing. Like you're still involved and you're still immersed in this environment.
exactly. Dice que es una historia muy rica, que es algo, hablando de lo de The Last of Us, que a través de las opciones de accesibilidad es algo que le ha permitido estar dentro de la historia a muchas personas y que eso le ha permitido hacer eso mismo, llegar a más. Yo lo que comentaba es que ha sido genial el hecho de tener un juego como The Last of Us que no era consciente de las opciones de accesibilidad que esto podía tener y que no sabía que era tan necesario hasta que lo vi y dije, ostras, pues sí, es necesario. Y él lo comparte con nosotros. Bueno, eso. Dale la pregunta, Mike, suéltala. Vamos.
¿Qué es lo que te ha inspirado para hacer contenido?
Okay. He asked, what inspired you to do this content?
To show that trying to come up with a really deep answer.
Don't worry.
No,
Take
but
your time.
it's really to show that it's important
Mm.
um that to include people. I think inclusion is a really big thing, and so I want to let other people know, or at least find different ways that people can be included in gaming. Um, whatever game there is, and because feeling left out when a new game comes out because you can't play it is very discouraging. You know,
Yeah.
um, and especially I feel like on PC, uh, there's this heartache of having to, there's this anxiety, more say,
Yeah.
see if a new game that's coming out is can I even play it? Is for me specifically, is it controller compatible? I'm always about figuring out, if something's controller compatible for at least the movement and stuff like that. Um, I could manage using the trackball and everything to manage inventory, but like, for combat or just movement, that's I want to use the controller. And I think it's just important that I create this content because then other people don't have to go through that heartache. That, even though I take on the anxiety and the heartache, so nobody else has to do it.
Okay. Uh, Sorry, I just write too fast and I
No,
can
sure,
understand my
sure.
words.
And yeah, and if you want me to explain something else again, just you could just totally ask.
Okay, thank you. Um, I I I got everything, but I take a little notes to
No,
explain it
yes.
everything. Okay. There, Mike's family.
Oh,
Yeah,
hola.
to show the controllers.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Buenas
Oh,
noches.
there you go.
Buenas noches.
Hello, buenas noches.
A ver, ha llamado Miguel para que...
Okay. She said that the mics talk to her to show the controller. Sí, eso mismo, para enseñar el
Okay.
mando. I don't know if it's his mom, but she's great.
He seems amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. Qué
Okay,
chulo.
okay. Yep, I see everything right there. Oh, that's really cool. Who made that? Who made the table for you?
¿Quién hizo la mesa para ti, Mike? She's saying everything's okay. Okay, let's go. So we have a lot of links here on stream. We have hey Drew, and now the table, Mike's table. Mientras tanto voy a decir un poco hasta que tú no termines de escribir tal. Dices, ¿qué es lo que te ha inspirado para hacer el contenido? Y él dice que era mostrar que era importante incluir a las personas, la inclusión en sí, que hay cómo mostrar 5 formas en las que se incluyan a la gente en los videojuegos, cosas así. Entonces, ver el hecho de que había gente que no podía jugar le resultaba descorazonador. Gente que tiene ansiedad por lo mismo, porque hay un juego nuevo, aparece sin más y no puedes jugarlo, y no puedes estar con todo el mundo jugándolo. Me parece, yo qué sé, el del ring y no lo puedes jugar, por ejemplo, ¿sabes? O bueno, el del ring sí que tendrá alguna cosita de esta, pero por ejemplo el Cyberpunk y ya no lo puedes jugar. Que son cosas como por ejemplo los movimientos, las batallas, cosas de esas, todo va con el mando. Y el hecho de que estuviera esto mismo, pues digamos que le inspira. El hecho es crear contenido para evitar que todo el mundo se sienta así, se sienta mal y no se sienta incluido. Ese es el punto. Ahora nos dices tú lo
Mi
de la mesa, Mike.
hermana.
Her sister. Her sister create the table.
Oh, my
Wow.
connection.
Oh, your connection. Okay. Did you hear it? Okay. I don't know if it's my connection. It's yours. Okay. Are you there? Hello.
I think my connection good? Maybe
Yeah, I hear you.
a
Did
little
you
bit. Is it a
hear?
little bit laggy? Okay, a little bit better now.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike said that it was her sister, the ones who create the
Oh,
table.
that's awesome.
La
Is your
pasada.
sister like an engineer, or is that 3D printed? Because it's a really cool to see like the design of it, and that it fits wherever you want to put it.
Dice que si tu hermana es ingeniera o algo de eso, porque es genial ver que el diseño que tiene, que es muy chulo el diseño. I think she's not an engineer, but she works in things with disabled people, so she knows how to do things like that. But he's going to say the job, the exact job.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, my connection's good. My connection keeps on bouncing in and out, but I think we're good. I think we're good.
okay, we
If you
had
see
to
my
refresh.
connection, if you see my connection like go out and I can't hear you, I'll just be like this or something.
Yeah. It was that I said it. I said it was her sister, and it was like you were like, huh? It was the connection that at the
Oh,
point.
okay.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's okay.
Well, did you said your sister's like an engineer?
Oh, I said to Mike,
Oh,
but
okay.
she's not an engineer. She's working with people with disabled people, but I don't
Oh,
know
cool.
where or which kind of job. Think she's not a teacher or something like that, but I don't know. I think she was. I tried to think because I talked with her, and she was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think everybody here is like we have a connection with disabled people or
Right.
association,
And I
school.
think that's what it is like, you know, there's the community. It's not just people with disabilities, but people who
Tiene un
I guess you
mantas.
would consider.
Can you repeat it?
Tiene
Okay.
un mantas.
Tiene un mantas. Mantas, mantras. Can you write? Can you put it in on Discord and I can? Sorry, lo confundió. I confused with Spanish and English. Puedes escribirlo en Discord y yo lo leo. He said that he has something. Uh, he she has something like a friend or something like that, but I didn't understand it in Spanish,
Mm.
and it's my own language. Okay.
English is the same way.
Yeah, it's a chaos.
Manetas.
Mantas, as she said. I hear mantas, but mantas is something that you cover yourself when you go to sleep in Spanish. So I don't know if it's that. Pónmelo por escrito en Discord y ya está. Manitas. Oh, manitas. I'm embarrassed. Manitas is not mano is hand in Spanish. Manitas is little hand, but it talks about someone that can do things like that. It's not an engineer, but
Oh.
someone that can repair things and something like
Is
that.
that kind of like a tinkerer or a maker? That's what we call them here in the
Yeah,
States. You know, somebody
yeah.
that can come up, you know, it's like a 3D printer. You know, I have an idea and I say, hey, here, and then they do it for me.
Yeah, like
Okay, cool.
people who
Manitas.
do manitas. Yes, manitas can be little hand and someone that can
Ah.
create everything. I don't know, with wood or
Ah.
with stone, something like that. It's like the perfect father. Daddy, can you repair me that? Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Probably is the es el novio de tu hermana o algo así, ¿no? Yeah, is her sister's boyfriend or something like that that did this.
Oh,
Was like their
cool.
sister like I want this and this and this for my brother, and he said okay, I can do it. Is the hero here?
The real hero.
Yeah, the real hero. And the mastermind, her sister. Okay. Dale a la siguiente pregunta, Mike. I took water with me because I knew that I would talk a lot.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always have to have a lot of water near me if I'm doing anything, especially with streaming,
Yeah, but you
because
have your
I'll
coconut.
ramble and ramble. Yes, I got my shave ice coconut
She
energy
buys
drink.
coconut,
It's
yes.
okay. It's okay. I don't know if I'll buy it again.
No, but how was your review? Is in a it would be a 10 or a 1 for you?
Mm, 7.
7. It's a
Yeah,
7. It's okay. So
7.
it's really
7.
good. It's pretty good.
There's a lot of caffeine in it, though. At least
Oh,
I
yeah?
think so. 200 in a smaller can.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
usually
much.
have like around like
Ahora
120,
vamos a
100,
ver
120.
lo que puede hacer una buena persona y una comunidad. Este
Mm.
imposible no ha sido el primero, tampoco el último. Desde el
Mm.
Dragon Ball, de la Play 2. Siempre fui de zombie. Pero un amigo me enseñó el Call of Duty Black Ops para la 360. Poco a poco. Me compré una Xbox. En 2018 salió el anuncio de Xbox Adaptive Controller. Pensé, que bien Xbox. Luego, me dijo una buena elfa que quería regalármelo. En aquel momento. Pasaron unos días la gente me dijo incluso, "¿Te lo pagamos entre todos?". Me daba cosa responder. Pero entre Xbox España y las 4.000 personas, lo hicieron posible.
Wow, that's a story. Um, Hace historia, Mike. He's telling a story about the first time he had this controller, and it was a really huge experience. He said that since he had the PlayStation One, PlayStation Two, it was great to play things with zombies and all those things. And everybody knows that he was a zombie guy. So after a few years, he saw Call of Duty's Black Ops, and he saw Xbox. He decided to buy it, and then he saw the Xbox adaptive controller, and he thought, "Oh my God, it's great! Thank you, Xbox." But he doesn't have enough money. He didn't have enough money. Sorry. So a good elf, I think, una elfa, a good elf is a friend, I think, help him to buy it. At first, they said that she wanted to give this controller to him as a gift, and he said he literally said, "I jumped from my chair." It was like, "Oh my god!" And people was telling him that they want to buy it for him, and thanks to Xbox Spain and 400 or 4,000 people, they buy it to him, and they gave
Wow,
to him everything.
that's amazing. That's an amazing story. I think it's just finding out that other people care about it, and that knowing that you have support into wanting to game again, and that there is at least a company out there. I know other companies are doing it, but the way Xbox does it, I feel like they just do it a little bit different. I just feel like they're a little bit more personable, um, and really want to know what we they can do to get us to play games.
Yeah.
They take feedback really well.
Dice que es genial ver cómo, que primero que es una gran historia y que es genial ver cómo otras personas se ve que les importa. El hecho de que haya una compañía que esté allí y simplemente haga las cosas de accesibilidad, la forma en la que lo hace Xbox lo está consiguiendo y eso es genial. Que lo hace todo mucho más personal y que eso mismo Xbox lo está haciendo muy bien y que recibe muy buen feedback, muy buena retroalimentación se podría traducir, muy buenos comentarios de esta parte, porque lo están haciendo muy bien en los cocheros de accesibilidad. Eso mismo. Ahí tienes, Mike, para siguiente. I can help to think about the it's not about the war between Xbox and PlayStation that is on Twitter, on those social media,
Hmm.
and it's like, people, you're ridiculous. Just play games.
Yeah,
Play
yeah, no,
games.
there's everybody wants to be on a team and have somebody. It's just the whole point of like competition, thinking that you're better than somebody else. And
Mhm.
really, the ones who are the real winners are the ones that are just trying to get everyone to play, to get everyone to enjoy. And that in the end, there's really not like a competition, because one of the sayings that I've adopted is that, when everyone can play, we all win.
Exactly. Estaba preguntándole por la guerra de consolas, aprovechando un poco eso que habéis hablado los dos, ¿no? Y dice que básicamente que el hecho de que la gente le gusta estar en un equipo, le gusta estar en esta clase de competiciones de PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, esas cosas. Yo le decía que es muy tonto, lo interesante es jugar con todo el mundo. Y dice, sí, claro, los que realmente ganan son los que están dispuestos a divertirse con cualquier cosa de esta. Así que eso mismo, cuando todos jugamos, todos ganamos, al fin y al cabo. Aquí, cuando nos entretenemos y nos lo pasamos bien. I think exactly the same as you. exactly the same. It's like it's entertainment. We have to joy. We have to take part in something together.
I also feel that, competition does drive better product in the end too. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it is, uh, I guess you would call it a necessary evil to have the competition,
Yes.
but I think it just goes to the extent of just pushing companies to make better stuff for us as end users. That's what it is in the end, instead of just saying, oh, they came out with this and it's better. Well, I'm excited to see what the competition's response is. Same thing, when Xbox came with the Xbox controller, Xbox adaptive controller, I was curious, of course, okay, well, PlayStation, what are you going to do? And then finally
Exactly.
this year, we see what? The Project Leonardo, which then became the Access controller, which
Yeah.
then I will be buying a PS5 so I could
Wow.
finally play God of War and then also The Last of Us. Like, I'm going to be playing all those
Yeah.
games using it. So, well, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally get to play it. I could play it on, PC if I wanted to, but at the time I would have had to wait. It's like over
Mm,
a year in order for God of War Ragnarok or the first
yeah.
God of War remake came out or whatever the newest one is, and it just takes such a long time. Or Horizon Dawn Zero,
Yeah. It's better
you
if you
know.
have the PlayStation and it's like that. I'm a PlayStation
Yeah.
girl. Sorry. I'm not
No,
an
no,
Xbox
that's
girl.
that's 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 totally fine. I played PlayStation a lot too. Um, I think I had Sega Genesis
Mm.
for my consoles, and then I went to I had PlayStation, and then in college I had Xbox, the first Xbox OG, and then because like my buddy had the PlayStation, so it was like being broke and not
Yeah.
having that much money. It's like you got to pick one of the consoles, right? Instead of getting them
Yeah.
all.
So you choose, this one is better. I can play more games here.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. I'm going to translate it. Dice básicamente que las competiciones son algo que es un mal necesario, que muchas veces lo necesitamos para tener un mejor producto y que de hecho hablando de la accesibilidad es algo que está muy bien porque Xbox ha soltado, o sea, ha dejado el balón en el tejado de PlayStation. Ellos tienen su mando adaptativo. Y ahora dice, ¿ahora qué vas a hacer, PlayStation? ¿Sabes? Esta clase de competición es buena. No la competición de, mi juego es mejor que el tuyo, mi consola es mejor que la tuya. No, 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 no. Esta clase de competición es para esos avances. Entonces, ahora ha sacado el proyecto Leonardo y dice que está muy interesado en conseguir una PlayStation 4 y jugar a juegos a través de esos mismos mandos que está sacando PlayStation y que próximamente jugará a God of War Ragnarok, Horizon, The Last of Us también, que quiere probarlos y tal con estas cuestiones. Claro, él podría esperar a PC, hay muchas más cosas adaptadas seguramente y tal, pero que dice que quiere probarlo como tal y además que tardarían un año en salir y todo eso. Y que a pesar de lo que pueda parecer, sí que ha jugado a PlayStation, sí que ha jugado antes, lo ha tenido en un principio, pero que por cuestiones de dinero y tal cogió Xbox y no se arrepiente desde entonces tampoco. La cuestión es entretenerse con algo. Venga, tiene ahí la preguntita, Mike, y se la soltamos. ¡Chu! Oh, he's writing something.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. I'm going to find this because I'm not on Kick right now. So I'm going to find the
Oh.
streaming the streamer right now.
Oh.
I I didn't follow you, so I'm going to follow you because oh my god, you're great.
Oh, I appreciate. Mike, I just started streaming on Kick.
Oh, dice
So
que acaba de empezar a
yeah,
streamear
and
en Kick.
then when I saw that it said Kick Espanol, I was like, wait a minute, you're streaming on Kick, dude. So that's when I went in and I was like, I hit you with the follow. I had to.
Dice que te va a dar follow y tal. En plan, oye, ¿cómo que streameas en Kick? Allá voy. Dice, he said that on YouTube he have an unboxing, an Xbox unboxing. Yeah.
Oh, for me, do I have one or I
No,
have? Oh, or
she
do
said
you have one, Mike?
Mike had an Xbox unboxing. I think I can find it. Mi primera experiencia como jugador y adaptaciones caseras, gracias a la comunidad de Xbox de apoyo, ¿no? Ese imagino que es el vídeo, ¿no, Mike? Imagino que sí. Pero y como está expresando, puede ser que sí. Is this one? I think.
Oh, awesome. Oh, the
That
Xbox adapter controller.
yeah. In that video, he's with her sister, and they are doing the unboxing.
I'm gonna have to watch
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you have to watch it. Super curious.
One of the things too that I really like is that a lot of the Xbox products now have that more accessible packaging. Getting access to the controller, and it's just kind of just change. It's just adopting accessibility, into the whole entire ecosystem.
Yeah.
What products, all their products have some type of accessibility feature, or like there's a kit for their Microsoft Surface, the laptops and stuff. They have
Hmm.
like little stickers that have bumps on it to make it a lot easier for somebody that needs to navigate it and can't really visually see like what is on the keyboard, as possible, or even just like figuring out where USB ports are at. There's like little stickers and stuff like that, and even little like sticker that helps the flap that helps assist opening the
Yeah.
laptop.
I didn't know it.
It's really
I
cool.
I didn't find it because I think I have a really really old laptop.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's my problem, I think. But I saw a lot and I didn't realize, I didn't saw it. Dice que lo bueno que tiene Xbox es que no solo es el hecho de que tienen mandos de accesibilidad, sino que todo está con alguna cosita de accesibilidad. Microsoft se está esforzando muchísimo en ese punto. Y que comentaba que, por ejemplo, que vio como había una serie de portátiles que tienen algunas pegatinas para ayudarte a ver, para que visualmente sea mucho más fácil. Y el hecho también de que no solo tienen las pegatinas, sino que también tienen como una especie de parches y tal, o bueno, pegatinas también lo ha dicho, que ayudan a abrir y cerrar lo que es el portátil y que es estupendo. Yo le he dicho que no tengo ni idea ahora mismo porque tengo un portátil muy antiguo, pero no pasa nada, que es el mismo. Tengo que buscarte porque no estoy. Ah, claro, no he iniciado sesión ahora mismo. Estoy muy desconectada del mundo. Ahora.
Un día de 2016. Tuve
¿Mm?
el honor de conocer en persona a una creadora de contenido. Mi dosis de alegría. Pues tenía en mente por aquellos años que los buscafamas eran iguales, pero me equivoqué porque no solo me trató bien, sino, a pesar de que, por mi situación, no se notó incomodidad ninguna por parte de ella y eso, para mí es la diferencia de ser diferente a los imbéciles de ahora. Detrás de las cámaras. Hay que ser otra persona de la que finge ser. Sinceramente. Para eso. No seas la de internet.
Ok. Es duro, Mike, es duro eso, la verdad. Okay, he's saying he said something about he met someone, a another creator in 2016. At first, he thought that she was I don't know how to say this exactly in English, but those kind of creators that try to um, search to be famous with another people.
Hmm.
Okay, and then when they have the fame, they say, "Oh, I don't know you." I don't know exactly if
Uh,
you have a word for that. We said busca famas, the one who search the fame, search fame.
clout chaser. Clout chaser.
Cloud chaser.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, Mike? Clout chaser? Yeah, yeah. No.
Yeah, but it was at first he thought she was a cloud chaser, as you said, but then no, he realized that it wasn't. She wasn't. Um, she was a really kind person with him, and she doesn't felt she didn't felt uncomfortable with him, so that was the difference because there's a lot of people on social media, on Twitch, on Kik, on YouTube that has a face on internet and then outside they have
Another
another
face.
face. Yes.
100%. Totally agree with that. And it's hard in the beginning, especially when you have good intentions, on bringing either a friend, like creating a friendship with somebody to, help bring more
Hmm.
awareness to your mission and your message. And then the intentions of another person, we don't usually know. And over time, we can be jaded, or, and be very like have a wall up against anybody that comes into our lives, because
Yeah.
we don't know if what their intentions are, and we've seen so much, in the industry. And it's easy to tell now, after doing it for so long, I can tell immediately. And if that's what they're there for, it's, I mean, I don't feel like I can give somebody fame at all. But if they feel like they can, then, I'll interact with them, for that, whatever their intentions are. And I will know it, at least in like the back of my head, like, okay, if this is like they have different intentions, then it's not going to hurt me as much, versus like
Wow.
investing, being my heart into creating a friendship with a person that I feel, has the same message as me, but really doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I completely understand that. Dice que al principio sí que es duro, cuando tienes buenas intenciones sobre todo, porque quieres crear una especie de amistad, tener una amistad con esa persona y no sabes realmente las intenciones. Estás entre un balance entre qué mostrar, qué no mostrar, qué confianza hay, qué no y todas estas cosas. Creas una especie de loop, vamos a decir ahora no sé traducirlo en español. Como que hay una especie de rueda gigante en la que es como confío o no confío, confío o no confío, algo así. Porque no sabemos nada de la otra persona, no sabemos sus intenciones, qué mostrar, qué no mostrar. Y que actualmente sí, que, a ver, que no se ve como que pueda haber una persona que se aproveche de él, de su fama. Es muy, muy... Sorry, my dog is here. Que me acaba de llegar mi perro, pues eso. Dice que básicamente no hay nada así como de fama, es muy modesto, que de la que se puedan aprovechar de él, pero que sí que se siente ahora mismo con esa confianza de poder interactuar con las personas y de poder, eso mismo, dar una especie de, ha creado, digamos, ese espacio de que sí que te puedo dar un poquito de mi corazón, por así decirlo, pero tampoco exponerse demasiado. Ha creado el balance. I get to find you here. Okay. He's writing right now.
Oh, I see.
Mhm. Mike, estoy muy contenta de que hayas puesto, es que estoy viendo ahora el directo, de que nos hayas puesto todos en el mismo tamaño de pantalla. Normalmente siempre te ponías tú de chiquitito. Bien hecho. I just came to the stream, to Mike's stream, and I said to him that I'm really glad that we are everybody in the exactly same um I don't know it's the word measure. The squares have the same measure,
Mm.
because at first Mike had the guest was bigger than him.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, no, Mike, don't do that. You are really important. Joder,
Yes, no,
motivación.
we gotta have yeah, you're the host, the main host, so
Yeah,
this is your show and we're guests.
yes. He made me an interview, and I was like really big, and he was like this kind of thing, this little square. I was like, no, Mike, we're friends. Okay, you share this. I can't remember which of your videos is this. Okay, this is I think an interview. No, it's not an interview. Oh yes, it's an interview. It's an old interview that has that Mike had 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know who is. ¿Con quién era esta entrevista, Mike? Si puedes escribirnoslo. Estoy leyéndolo rápidamente para ver si puedo decirlo yo al invitado.
my
I
connection
might.
was it's lagging right now, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm watching the description of the video. Okay, and I just laughed because there's a phrase that said, "Am I sexy?" Go to my Instagram, and it was like, "Oh, best marketing all over the world." Yeah, es buenísimo, Mike. Con Gil. I don't know who is Gil. No sé quién es Gil. Mike, lo siento. Eh, he had an
Oh, I think
interview.
I'm back.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he had.
I think
Okay. Mm, okay. Gil. I'm going to see Gil. Sorry, Gil Quinera. I don't know who is Gil Quinera. Sorry, Mike. No sé quién es Gil Quinera, pero igual es eso. He made an interview like 2 weeks ago, something like that, with a man that is Gil Quinera. He's a technician,
Oh, okay.
probably about accessibility. If you want to watch the video, he let it here. It's in
Awesome.
Spanish, okay?
Oh, it's okay. I think there's an automatic like a Google translator for YouTube videos,
Yeah,
so I'll still be able to watch the video.
yeah, and you can completely watch it, because they talk about things about flexibility and paint things I see,
Mm.
and the keyboard that he used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes, so there's more content for you.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. I'll definitely be able to. I'll check it out. I might watch it during one of my streams because sometimes when I go into just chatting before I actually play video games, I kind of want to just see how everybody's doing and if there's anything on the internet that I kind of want to share. This will probably be one of the things that I do.
Mm.
Yeah, usually when I stream on like Twitch
So
on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no, it'd be awesome because it'd be really cool to show that other people are working and advocating for accessibility in gaming. So
Yeah,
I'd
but not everybody do that. So thank you. Yes. Dice que lo más probable es que lo esté viendo en un ratito de estos de just chatting de sus streamings, que lo pondrá y lo irá viendo y irá bicheando un poquito qué es lo que hacéis. Eso mismo. Y le he dicho que muchas gracias, que no todo el mundo lo hace. Dice, no, si es mostrar contenido, que está muy bien y tal. Y digo, ya, pero es que no todo el mundo lo hace, que eres muy bueno. ¿A que sí? Claro que sí. You're a really good person, okay? You're really good.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm just glad that there's other people that are like me, you know. So I would say the same to you, to both of y'all.
Dice que lo mismo, que somos buena gente. Y que está muy contento de conocer a gente que le gustan las mismas cosas que él. We are accessibility nerds.
That's awesome. No, that's how I am too. You know, I'm just more specialized on motor disability,
Mm,
but being an advocate in the community, I've learned about different disabilities for people who are deaf or have like hard of hearing, or if they're blind or have some type of vision loss.
yes. We had it in another because I translate for Mike sometimes and I translate for other people. We had it an interview in another place that it's specialized in The Last of Us, and it was a blind man, and he was talking about how was to go through The Last of Us completely blind.
Oh yeah,
It was great.
that's crazy cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Just to
That,
seeing that, because I want to play it, is just to see what the experience is like. After I play it, just with how I want to play it, and then try to see what accessibility features are out there. Because Street Fighter, like fighting game Street Fighter and Mortal
hmm
Kombat 1, they're coming out with like really good accessibility features. I
Yeah.
like fighting games. I was like basically one of the first type of games or the genre of games that I played when getting back into gaming after my injury.
Oh, so for you it's special.
Yes, yeah, yes, yes. So it's even though I don't necessarily use, certain features on there, I'm just glad that now I can play with almost anybody that wants to play video games. And,
Oh yeah.
they would have like the same advantage as I would,
hmm
or we're on the level playing field, and it's really cool just to it's just a little bit of the friendly competition of like fighting each other and stuff like that. And I always
Yeah.
like, I don't know, a little bit of
And
smack talk.
on Comic Cons, there's always a Street Fighter or something like that competition. So it's
Yes.
great because someone can go there and it's like, okay, I'm blind, but I can kick your ass.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really cool if somebody over underestimates somebody with a disability,
Yes.
and especially in a competition setting, because that person that's the the human spirit is, it comes in many forms.
hmm
So, it shows, the strength of each individual, on what their spirit is like if they dedicate their time to like fighting games and stuff like that, or any type of games that make them, make somebody proficient in that game, or just in whatever specialty that they want. I
hmm
always just talk about with video games, but really it's in general on, it's very applicable to, the problem solving that we go through with learning how to play video games and figuring things out. We can use that same problem solving technique to everyday life.
Exactly. I love that part, so I'm going to translate it because it's
Sure,
great.
sure.
uh, I'm writing in Spanish and English. It's incredible. Dice que al fin y al cabo él está muy dedicado a lo que es esto mismo y que le encanta crear lo que son medios y cosas para lo mismo. Le interesa mucho. Pues le he dicho que somos unos frikis, unos nerds de la accesibilidad, porque es así, lo somos, Mike. Lo siento. Te topa con la realidad. Y que le encanta darse cuenta de cosas para personas sordas, ciegas, etcétera, y que es genial. Y que de hecho, yo le hablaba de una entrevista que hubo en The Last of Us España con uno que es un profesor de accesibilidad y todo esto, que es ciego, básicamente, y se ha pasado de Last of Us parte 2 sin ver, ¿sabes? Clicker total se la ha pasado. Y, y que le encanta lo que son las opciones de accesibilidad que tiene el juego, que está deseando probarlas porque todavía no lo ha probado, así que no le podemos hacer spoiler, Mike, ¿eh? No empieces. Que ya te veo yo a ti con ganas. Que, que I said a joke and he's like, oh. I said to him, please, Mike, don't say any The Last of Us spoiler, please.
Oh.
I know you want it. Eso mismo. Dice que le encantan los juegos de estos de peleas, de Mortal Kombat, de Street Fighter, toda esta clase de juegos que ahora mismo tienen muchas opciones de accesibilidad. Así que, Mike, nos podemos pegar tú y yo tranquilamente. Sí, de claro. Y que le encanta, que son unos juegos que él los estuvo jugando, le parecen como la forma más simple de juego, de las primeras, vamos a decir, y que los jugó mucho tras una cirugía que tuvo, que es cuando estábamos hablando de que estaba en un hospital en Colorado, en un principio, que lo mencioné un poco levemente. Y le he dicho básicamente que siempre hay algo en las Comic Cons, que siempre hay competiciones de pelea y que eso siempre es bueno. Y que es genial que venga alguien ciego y diga, oye, ¿te puedo patear el culo? Y dice que sí, que hay veces que desestimamos a las personas por esta misma discapacidad y que es genial que ver como que el espíritu humano viene de diferentes formas y en diferentes maneras y que se exprese gracias a lo que es el juego y muestre esa fiereza de alguna forma y darle esas herramientas pues lo que hace falta. Y que el hecho de ayudarles a resolver problemas a través de lo que es el juego y los medios de accesibilidad les puede ayudar en su vida diaria a resolver otros grandes problemas que puedan tener. Quieras o no, es dar unas ideas más. It was fantastic. The conversation, I had to translate it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Gold. I loved it. So,
Dime,
preguntita.
también para el chat. Si ves en
Mm.
las redes sociales una persona como yo, ¿qué harías? ¿La ignoras? ¿O te pararíais para conocerla? Esta generación ignora lo importante. Abro debate.
Mm. That's a tough question. Because it's like um, he wants to talk with you and the chat in this question. If you
Mhm.
see someone like him with everything on social media, what do you do? You will ignore him or talk to him, or what will you do? Because there's an entire generation that ignore the important things. Is what he said.
I feel, at least with me, before injury, I could have seen myself not paying attention to people with disabilities or overlooking disabilities. You know, there's something that at least I myself was just not thinking about at the time. And what kind of, just helped me grow is actually having a spinal cord injury. When I did get in my motorcycle accident in 2011, I have become a lot more compassionate and trying to understand other people's perspectives a lot more now,
Mhm.
because I'm finally in the realization I'm in the position that would require, all these questions to come up and all these issues to come up. And it's like I'm actually experiencing this stuff. And not necessarily that saying that that's the best way to go about things. We want people to be more proactive and educate people, and bring more awareness to people about accessibility and disabilities. And me just learning at it, because I was 25. I lived a quarter of a century able-bodied, able to do everything that any able-bodied person was able to do. But then being injured, it's like, well, how am I, figure I would had to figure out how to do these things, how to adapt. And knowing that I'm not the only person to do it, I just felt like it was something that I needed to do myself, is to help lift other people and give everybody the tools, and then also be a mentor to them, to just to have somebody that actually is experiencing it with them. But I'm only 12 years into my injury. Other people were born, with a disability, or and that's something that they live with their entire life. And so I'm just here trying to understand everybody's perspectives, and then also give my perspective as somebody who has only been disabled for about 12 years, and this, motor disability. But it's opened my eyes a lot,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've grown a lot more as a person, even though I've like been in a motorcycle accident. I feel like it's helped me grow, and then be more considerate towards others, and try to look a lot into accessibility, because it helps everyone in the end.
Yeah.
That
I
was a lot.
completely understand that. I I'm not disabled. I have
Hmm.
problems with one eye, one of my eyes, but it's not like a lot.
Right.
Okay. I can do everything except for go to the cinema to see the Spider-Verse. Is the
uh
worst. But I can have my sunglasses. But I had my sister that was born with a disability, and that changed my mind when I realized that she had a disability. She is autist, autism, autism. I don't know if how it is in English exactly. Autismo,
yeah, we saw autistic.
autistic. Yes, like that.
Yes.
Um, and I realized about that, and I changed my mind, and that
Yeah.
made me go to the job that I had.
That's awesome though.
Um, yeah, but she's pretty great with languages, with foreign languages. So that's why I know English, French, and a lot of things because of
Oh,
her.
wow. No,
So she
that's
made me
really good. That's
grow.
a really good, like, skill to have.
Yeah, and she's better than me in talking another languages. She's like the master.
Oh, wow.
But I know Chinese and she doesn't know it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so me ha aprovechado para presumir, ¿vale, Mike? Dice que en lo personal, tras la cirugía, no puede verse ignorando a gente que tenga discapacidad de ningún tipo, que él tuvo un accidente de moto, imagino que tú lo sabrás. Eso mismo, y eso al final le tuvo que afrontar una cirugía, se vio mal en cierto momento, y que eso le ayudó a crecer, que todo lo que había experimentado, todo eso le había hecho pensar en cómo podía hacer para que otras personas que tuvieran esta clase de cosas pudieran dar básicamente los pasos y estar en un mundo mucho más accesible, y empezó a pensar la accesibilidad a partir de eso. A él le pasó con 25 años, al parecer, cuando era capaz de hacer todo con 25 años, y de repente pues se topó con todos estos problemas. Y lo que pensaba era cómo adaptar y además cómo ayudar a los demás a levantarse de estos problemas que pudieran tener, cómo mejorar su autoestima, cómo hacer de mentor, digamos. Él lleva 12 años en esto, que no se pueden imaginar lo que es personas que nacen con una discapacidad o con algún problema de algún tipo, ¿vale? Que en tu caso, ¿vale, Mike? Que de hecho, sí que lo que puede hacer, aunque no se lo pueda imaginar, es ser empático, ayudar en todo lo que pueda y entender a los demás, que es básicamente la skill, vamos a decir, la habilidad que ha aprendido. Y eso mismo, que le ha cambiado la vida, ese accidente, por muy malo que fuera el accidente de moto, esto le ha cambiado la vida y le ha ayudado a crecer y crecer con los demás, en otra perspectiva. Y eso pues le ha llevado a ser el que es y a estar donde está. Así que es maravilloso. Wow, he actually liked it. He was like, wow, all the time with your
Yeah.
story.
Oh, you just got a host.
Yeah. Oh,
Hello,
yes.
everyone. Hello.
Que has tenido la ride. Gracias por la ride. Es Aitana. Ole, Aitana. It's Aitana. Hello, Aitana. I don't know if you're English, Spanish, or I don't know what. Mike enorme, vamos, hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Hola los que entran, hola corazones. Buenas, Mike. Mike, ¿qué te han puesto? Buenas. Mirad, a ver, estamos por aquí que ahora os dejo yo el... Aquí está. Tenemos aquí a CyberQuad 2023, os dejo el enlace de Twitter, todo el mundo a seguirle, a muerte, si nadie le sigue. No me deja, bueno, estoy aquí. Pero claro, es que estoy desconectada ahora mismo. Pero lo podéis poner ahora mismo, es @MikeTheQuad. Y podéis coger y seguirle, que está muy bien. Que estamos aquí con él teniendo una mini entrevista de accesibilidad. Mira qué bonito lo que ponen. I'm doing a spam of your Twitter.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. That's
I'm going to try to go there with my this one copy. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to put this. I'm going to create another.
Hola, hablo inglés y Spanish. Oh, cool. I only speak English.
I only speak
Sorry
English.
about that.
I love
Yes,
this.
yes.
It's like I said, yo solo hablo English. Eso, Mike, prepara otra pregunta. ¿Qué le vamos a dar?
Hablamos de un problema, entre comillas, que tiene la generación Z, la depresión. No tenéis ni idea. Yo, a pesar de que tengo casi todo, desde la juventud no estoy bien. Un día malo. No. Se considera media vida perdida. Por suerte. Puedo sobrellevarla. Opinión. Si tuviste.
Okay. I think I understand it. He said he talks about the emotional problems, about the new people, the young people. Um, for everybody, it can be a problem, emotional problems, but for him, it could be a really bad problem because um, a day that he lost is like a half of his life or something like that. So I think he's trying to talk about the emotional problems or the emotional feelings that this young generation has for people that are disabled. I think I don't know because he didn't do
I
a question, but
I feel like that the newer generation has become or is a little bit more compassionate. Uh,
yeah,
I know it could be both ways, but I've seen a lot of younger people. Um, I'm actually old. Everybody in chat, I'm 38. I just turned 38 yesterday. That was my birthday, and yeah. So
hey,
but I feel like a lot of the people that I've met who are considered Gen Z, and I talk with them about accessibility, they are more compassionate on to wanting to
mm,
bring more accessibility, but they just didn't know about it. So I feel like people are more conscious or becoming more conscious about social issues, and helping uplift marginalized groups, um, and at least with like with video
yeah.
games we're starting to see this more people wanting to have accessibility in these games so then we can play with all of our friends no matter their ability.
Oh, that's a good point of view. I didn't thought about that. Dice que él cree que todo lo contrario, en cierto punto, que la generación Z es una generación más compasiva, que hay de todo, evidentemente, no vamos a mentir, pero que es una generación mucho más compasiva que en tanto a que quieren la accesibilidad, se preocupan bastante más por los problemas sociales e intentan sacarlos. Pero quieren esa accesibilidad, lo que pasa es que no saben cómo conseguirla o no saben los medios por los que llegar a esta misma. No saben si tienen que protestar en un sitio o en otro. Entonces, digamos que creo que la idea va por la desinformación de esta generación que es más joven. I didn't thought about that. It's a really good point of view because I was thinking like, oh, people here is not it's not sensitive. They didn't think about that, and probably they didn't know. Like,
Yeah,
oh, you can have flexibility programs or something like that. It's like that.
and I think a good way to to get people thinking about accessibility is that the disability community, anybody can join this community at
Mm,
any point of their life. You can become disabled at some point in your life, whether it's temporary disability, a permanent disability, um, something that it's just something that if we can get people to consider that idea, then they would hopefully be more inclined to consider, oh, I might not need this now, but then at least it's an option out there, so when if I would need that at some point in my life, I can access it still.
yeah, it's like old people and something like that, and you will get
Exactly.
old.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Everybody's vision goes, right? Not everybody can hold a controller or anything like
Hmm.
that. And so I feel like, or even process things as fast. We're talking about reaction times and other things like that, because there were games in the past that QTEs or quick time events.
Yeah.
You would have to press a button or a combination of buttons, and in order, or if you don't, you can't get past that. Well,
Yeah.
now there's options for anybody that if they don't like those type of quick time events, they don't have to go through that, or there's an assist for those things now. We've
Mm.
developers are now considering that type of stuff, which is huge, and it just brings more awareness in the gaming industry that this is a necessary option, or this is just a necessary thing to have in your game.
Yeah, I saw it on internet, and people were, I don't know if that's is in your country, but here in Spain it's like, oh, they put this in a way that it could be easier. Noobs.
No,
It's like, what?
yes. Yeah,
It's not
so
for
the
you. That's
gatekeeping,
all.
yeah. Yeah, gatekeeping, it's like, "Oh, why are they putting this option in here to make the game easier?" But
Yeah.
yeah, in a sense, you could say that if you're a person that doesn't need that,
Hmm.
that option, then don't use it. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's an option, that's the whole thing about it, is that you could use it or not use it. And I think that's really nice. And I also think that's what's really cool about games, at least in the design, is that they incorporate they make the game to where you don't have to have this option. It just makes it easier. Somebody can tackle a certain they can
Yes.
approach a certain problem differently.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
it's
I feel like is also another accessible or inclusive design feature in gaming.
and it's great that industry is just thinking about that. It's not like doing the same every year.
Exactly, exactly. What can we do to make it a little bit better? Or, of all the feedback that we got from the game in its past, when the first Last of Us came out,
Yeah.
there was no talks about accessibility and these other options to help get other players access to the game. And
Mm.
so now that we are having these conversations, whether it's with PlayStation or with any other console or gaming, publisher, there
Yeah.
that is one of the pieces of conversation that's being had. When the game is being made, it's not just an afterthought. It's a forethought. At least, when we see a game that's about to be released or something like that, everybody's curious. At least with me, I talk about, okay, how accessible is this game going to be? If it's going to
Hmm.
come out on PC, can I play it with a controller? And so forth.
Yeah. Exactly. I think exactly the same. A ver, dice básicamente que una de las cosas que considera es que la comunidad lo mejor que podríamos hacer para que la gente se incluyera dentro de la comunidad de personas con discapacidad es el hecho de decir, todo el mundo puede llegar a esta comunidad en algún momento de su vida, antes o después, y que la gente al fin y al cabo asimile esto mismo como que en la vida cualquiera puede estar aquí. Así que invirtamos en ella, ¿vale? Puede que lo necesite, así que invirtamos en ella. No el punto de la cuestión marginal ni nada de eso, sino que como cuando piensas en los mayores que dices, oh, bueno, pues igual, más adelante me convienen las pensiones, pues eso mismo. Que una de las cosas que menciona son los Quick Time Events, que son con una combinación de botones que tienes que hacer para llegar hasta desarrollar una cinemática y tal. Y muchas personas que tienen problemas motrices, pues no podrán pasar esto mismo. Pues las empresas consideran muchas de ellas el quitar estos Quick Time Events. Eso es algo muy grande, ¿vale? Porque es algo que están incorporando los juegos y tal. Y el punto es que los consideran quitar pues, por simplemente pasarlo dándole un botón en el momento justo o dándole un botón y te lo quita y te deja una presentación. Entonces aprovechaba para preguntarle, hay mucha discusión por internet sobre si va a ser muy fácil y tal, y dice, claro, si para ti es fácil, no lo uses. O sea, de toda la vida. Puedes escoger la opción de tenerlo o no tenerlo, pero al fin y al cabo lo tienes. Y, y que básicamente que eso mismo, que están tomando nota las empresas y que es un gran cambio. El hecho de que tomen notas, que quieren hacer las cosas mejor, que cuenten con los jugadores y que al fin y al cabo supone eso una especie de valor añadido a lo que es el juego en sí, lo cual es magnífico. Okay, Mike is putting. If you have any question for him, do it on the chat.
Please ask questions. We would love to answer them.
Dice que hagáis preguntas, que queráis la respuesta. O sea, aprovechad. They're saying in the chat, there's a hope. The entire enterprise are doing okay. They're asking you, what did you do before the accident?
Me, I was in the U.S. Army. I was in the
Wow.
military. Yes, yes. I was riding a motorcycle. I moved from states over here, from Colorado to Virginia, and in Virginia is where I had my motorcycle accident, and that's when I transitioned out of the army, and then fortunately, you know, the military, at least the Veterans Affairs, for those who are familiar with that, it's just an organization, government organization that helps veterans after their service. And thankfully, you know, I'm being taken care of, and I'm able to do things and pursue, you know, my career as being an advocate and a peer mentor.
Wow. That's incredible. I didn't know about that. Wow. Dice básicamente que pertenecía a la Armada, que antes conducía una motocicleta desde Colorado hasta Virginia y que tuvo el accidente en mitad de trayecto y que nada, al fin y al cabo tuvo que dejar la Armada, tuvo que dejar la Army y básicamente el gobierno es una organización que les ayuda a los veteranos y que por eso ahora mismo puede trabajar de lo que está trabajando. Así que es genial que gracias a lo que es la ayuda del gobierno pues haya llegado a este punto. Venga, más preguntas, gente, más preguntas. Yo habría hecho 5 preguntas para este momento.
Los modernos controls en el Street Fighter.
¿Cómo? He's talking about the Street Fighter. I think the modern controls, how it's los controles modernos, imagino que quiero decir, ¿no, Mike? Eso mismo. He's talking about the modern controls on Street Fighters. So, can you talk about that?
Yeah, the modern controls, there's this whole, there's modern controls and classic controls. So Street
Oh,
Fighter is known to have it's called a 6-button fighter, so you have your stick to move your direction
mhm.
of your character, and then you have your 6 buttons, which is you have 3 punch buttons and then 3 kick
Yeah,
buttons. With
classic.
modern controls, instead of having, you know, doing the 6 buttons, I believe it still puts it at 6 buttons, but it switches the attacks to a light, medium, and heavy attack. and it kind of optimizes on like depending on your character on what comes out in that. But then it also
Mm,
makes inputs a lot easier to play certain characters. Um, there's a character named Zangief, and he's a grappler. And in order to do one of his moves, you have to use the stick. Like regular and classic mode, you would have to use a stick, rotate it 360, and then hit the button in order for him to do one of his moves. That's
okay.
that's that's pretty that's hard for just people who
Yeah.
can do that on the regular.
Yeah.
With modern controls, what's really nice is that I believe it's only tied to two buttons. So you as long as you're close enough to your character to make that attack, you hit the two buttons, which is a special button and then one of the light, medium, and heavy, and he could do a command grab like almost instantly, and
Ujú.
it makes him fairly scary. And I think that's bringing more players in, at least with Street Fighter, on people who want to use like different type of controls. And there's
Yeah.
another one that's even further on that. If you're a super casual player, it's called dynamic, and it's almost kind of like you have like four buttons, and it'll help. It's a super assist mode. I don't know if they have it for like in ranked, but I know that if you play any of the other modes, you can still play. And then I think you could play it on like local co-op. I don't know if you can have that as like in the ranked mode. That's the only thing. But modern controls is it's competitive. It's actually competitive because they've seen in the biggest fighting game championship tournament, Evo, there was somebody that got all the way up to the top 8, and one of their characters was a modern Chun-Li, I believe. And so
Wow.
they're able to do certain combos. Some characters just play better with modern controls, like Zangief.
Yes, and give, yes.
Yeah.
Vale, está diciendo que dentro de lo mismo, porque me ha pillado un poco de sorpresa, Mike, perdona, porque no sabía bien todo de Street Fighter. Dice básicamente que los controles antiguos, aparte de lo que es el stick, básicamente, palito, joystick, ¿no? Y los 6 botones, luego tenemos los modernos, como decía, que dividen todo en los ataques suaves, medios y fuertes. Y tienes que ir eligiendo estos mismos. Hablaba de Sangui concretamente porque es un personaje que tiene un movimiento muy difícil de desarrollar como un movimiento especial. Consiste en rotar el stick 360 grados y luego pulsar el botón en el momento justo. Ahora con los controles modernos eso permite hacerlo con 2 botones a la vez. Simplemente los pulsas y haces el movimiento especial en el momento correcto. Y que es genial estos controles modernos porque han atraído a muchos jugadores que veían a algo de Street Fighter como muy de nicho. Entonces los ha traído y puede venir el jugador más casual, el jugador más de que solamente voy a jugar una partidita con los amigos y eso le ha permitido mejorar, digamos, a Street Fighter. Que de hecho habla de que se pueden utilizar en el local co-op, que imagino que es el cooperativo local, y que además los controles modernos también son competitivos, que de hecho los mejores en el mundo son, son con controles modernos precisamente, y que hay personajes que mejoran precisamente porque son los controles modernos. Dice que uno de los mejores es precisamente una Chun-Li, un Chun-Li o una Chun-Li era una chica, si no recuerdo mal, con controles modernos. Así que eso mismo, que está muy bien precisamente porque es que te permite jugar, te permite pasarlo bien.